Okay, I'm gonna do the Bart Simpson meme. Say the line, Pat. This is the best show on television. No competition, no caveats. You know what? It could crash and burn in its final episodes, yet I have so much faith that I'm happy to look stupid if that's the outcome. This was entirely masterful. The writing is scripture. This episode especially, it was outstanding how the writers played with the audience's expectations of the show. We're all sitting watching Kendall make insane demands to put on a ridiculous show that we all cringe at. It's L to the OG, it's his birthday bash. We're waiting for the penny to drop. Succession knows this and is entirely ready to cripple you with tension and deliver an episode that is just misdirection perfection. Just as doubt and volatility start to properly set in for Roman and Shiv, Kendall is finding rock-solid confidence and certainty in his position. It's riveting television. Obviously, I'm talking about Ken last, so maybe I'll make my way from losing their grip to absolute king. Unfortunately, starting with Roman. I've continually stated throughout the first 5 episodes that Roman has really found some empathy here in this season. Roman has continually been the most honest and seems genuinely happy about the newfound bond the siblings have due to the end of season 3. I've stated that perhaps with some therapy and time to grieve, Roman would be best suited to run Waystar Royco. Episode 6 is the most blatant destruction of this notion. Roman is not doing okay. It turns out you can't pre-grieve your father's death. The results are Roman losing his shit and at the whiff of condescension, basically firing a bunch of high-level female employees. The scene with Jerry is especially amazing.
Fucking asshole.
I feel bad for Roman. He wants to be a real human family, yet he just doesn't have the capacity for it. He can say and do the huggy thing, but it won't stop how empty he feels. Logan's wealth and this position of privilege broke him forever. Kendall's success only burns him even more. That's another opportunity Roman lost. A chance for attention, a chance to grieve, a chance to be a real big boy. That final scene is just devastating. Roman's in the car, continually listening to the Logan deepfake degrading him, and he can't stop. Because it's the only thing that makes him feel something, even if that something is shame. Shiv is playing a decent game of consideration, to the extent that she's, as Tom aptly puts it, scheduling her grief. Shiv's connection with Alex Skarsgård and keeping her options open is a good move. We're yet to see what direction it'll pay off. The most telling scene of the episode relates to Shiv catching her brothers out, and the performance is just unreal. I wholeheartedly believed that Shiv has been dealing with her brother's antics her entire life. This is just Shiv getting sidelined again.
What?
What?
Yeah, what?
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 Oh, fucking hell. Boys, you're not good at this. Hey, Dad? Shiv spilled chocolate milk in the Range Rover.
However, the show's stopping Shiv shenanigans of the episode go to her relationship with the man, the Tom motherfucking Wambsgans. I'd follow you anywhere for love, Tom Wambsgans.
I'd follow you anywhere for love, Tom Wambsgans.
We finally get the proper conversation about their failing marriage, which they tried so hard to avoid in the first episode of the season. Shiv is particularly playing a game of emotional chicken. She's obviously saving face by acting like Tom never meant anything to her, or that his actions hurt her in any way. It's especially clear the way she puts on different expressions, like masks, between reactions and actually looking and acknowledging Tom. However, and it's not a competition, but Tom masterfully responds with brutal honesty, which is a continuing trend for this season with our characters. Seriously, that monologue about what is love worth in the face of wealth is another powerhouse moment to add into the pantheon of powerhouse moments Succession has. Kendall joking about how you can just say anything, it doesn't matter in terms of financial projections, and how it's enough to make him lose faith in capitalism.
Like, dude, it's enough to make you lose your faith in capitalism. Like,
Right.
you could say anything.
I'll bet.
Is funny, especially coming from Kendall. However, Tom's monologue reaches something far more truthful and poignant at the root of this fucking system we exist within. It's nice to have wealth and be powerful.
I like nice things, I do. And if you think that's shallow, why don't you throw out all your stuff for love? Throw out your necklaces and your jewels for a dated a 3-star Italian?
What is human connection in the face of absolute privilege?
Come and live with me in a trailer park. Yeah? Are you coming?
On top of this, Greg demonstrates the core nature of contemporary corporate power structures. My boss is putting pressure on me. I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm sending this pressure down the corporate ladder onto you, and you better fucking fix it if you want your pay. It's horrendous.
Make it happen, okay? Or I get in trouble. And I don't want to get in trouble. I want to get in the good books. So you help me get in the good books. Understand, Mr. Snippy Snip?
Though I will say, Greg provided me with the perfect reaction gif for every time I finish a video.
It's really well edited.
Lastly, let's talk about the king. This entire episode had the trappings of a massive Kendall blowout. The manic, ridiculous demands, the insane nothingness, corporate tech, buzzwords,
Give me the double click on longevity.
So I can see everything. Infinite brain box.
the escalating hype train of an ostentatious performance. As the episode progresses, you can see the moments where people start to doubt and get off the said hype train. Particularly Roman, who pulls out last second. Then you get the light concerns of the people like Carl, who are strapped into the Kendall hype train regardless of whether they would like to be. That conversation between Carl and Kendall is just perfect, especially as Kendall is about to go on stage.
If you say anything that I don't like up there, or make me look foolish, I'll fucking squeal.
Carl is really letting loose now there's no Logan. It really elevates the tension. Thus, when Kendall gets on stage and is saying dumb shit like, big shoes, my hands move to my face in shame. Much like the onlooking characters in the show, big shout out to the Three Stooges up in the stalls. However, Kendall starts to bring it back, reeling his usually explosive failure. So, I sat there, watching, waiting for him to fuck up his good streak or for something to go very wrong. And even as Mattson tweets a Holocaust joke, Kendall kills it. He truly, indisputably does well. He's able to astutely weave an emotional message in his pitch, which likely helps him grieve.
Would I take an extra year right now with my dad? Say the unsaid. That would be priceless.
but more importantly to Kendall, launches the product with ease. With his success, he gets the applause and recognition that he's always felt owed, and the other siblings storm off. Finally, let's talk about that ending. It is just amazing. It's triumphant to its absolute core. Not only is it Kendall finally getting a proper win, but thematically, it's Kendall accepting peace. It is. He's no longer dragging himself out of a river, hiding in a bathtub, or drowning in a pool. Kendall is floating above the waves, fucking reborn. He's number one, and Bertel's score swells like the waves to meet him. Kendall is killing it and may just be on the road to winning. However, it's a tragedy for his character as he dives headfirst towards losing all of his humanity. Succession delivers another outstanding episode, to the point that saying it's outstanding is incorrect because outstanding is the standard. Kendall rockets headfirst into number one position, and while yes, there's still plenty of time for him to fail, all we can do is wait and see. Apparently the final episode is going to be an hour and a half long, which I mean, inject that heroin straight into my veins, but I'm not ready for the withdrawal of Succession ending.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe.
The Tom, motherfucking Wambsgans. I fucked it up.